A very good morning to participants who have joined online. On behalf of Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences and the Department of Electrical, Electronics and Communication Engineering, I welcome you all for this webinar, an introduction about the procedure to join our university and various opportunities and courses available at our university. May I introduce my colleagues? Along with me, I have Professor Manika Vasakam, Professor Swati Prasad, and Professor Ugram Mohan Roy. Yeah, may I request now Dr. Roy to discuss a few things about the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering as well as Electrical. Yeah, we'll start our panel discussion.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the introduction. So, good morning to one and all, present offline and online. Madam, can you brief about the department, Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the question. So our university was established under the UGC Act in the year 2013, and the Department of Electrical, Electronics and Communication Engineering was established in the year 2014. And we have a rich legacy of Ramaiah Group, both in medical field as well as in engineering field since 65 years. And we are very happy to say like Ramaiah University of Applied University is a comprehensive university which encompasses various faculties starting from medical, engineering, pharmacy, dental, and all other universities. And in this case, we have particularly gathered here to tell about electronics and communication and electrical engineering. So this was established in the year 2014. And as you know, BTech EC and BTech EEE are the main focus of today's webinar. So I'll be just briefing about the department which was established in the year August 2014. We cover various subjects related to electronics, communication, and electrical. And apart from that, the generic question which we get from the parent and aspiring students is regarding, do we have special streams about computer science as well? Of course, we encourage electronics and electrical students to study or choose a stream of specialty related to machine learning, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and data sciences in our curriculum, apart from electronics and electrical. So this is how I say that it's a salient feature of our university, where the student will be given an opportunity to choose between streams when he comes to the third semester. And with this, I just request Professor Manika Vasakam to brief about the electrical component in the department, please.
So, I'm Dr. Manika Vasakam. Welcome to Ramaiah Institute of Applied Sciences. So, Electrical Engineering Department started in 2015, and we established all the courses, and we are running MTech program also with power electronics and drives specialization.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Madam, could you please also tell about the professional subjects or specialty of the BTech courses that we have?
Yeah, in our department, we are offering BTech in ECE and BTech in electrical engineering, as I'm specific to only the electrical engineering domain, which is the topic of the webinar. And as I mentioned earlier, we have been part of School of Advanced Studies earlier, and we have rich experience in the university, our legacy of Ramaiah, which is being carried up from 2003 onwards. So the outcome-based education, which was focusing on uniqueness of our university, which is very important or specific, or I can say that's how we distinguish ourselves from other university. So in the process of assessment, we'll be just carrying out two components. One is called internal assessment, and other is the semester and examination. So in which the assignments are very, very specific. Particularly, I would like to mention about the options available for the candidates. From the third year onwards, you have different streams such as biomedical engineering. So students who are willing to take up related to biomedical opportunity, they can choose that particular stream, or otherwise they can go for communication engineering or machine learning or computational data sciences, even mathematics oriented courses. So we have a wide range of electives or professional core elective available for the student from his third year onwards. So the general query which we get from parents and students are related, like, can we actually widen their knowledge, not only in electronics, in computers also? Yeah, we provide opportunity. And when they come to final year, we have an elective called as open elective, where the student will be permitted to take even a course across various disciplines also. A student in aerospace can also take a course in computer science and vice versa. So that is permitted. So we have a huge flexibility, which we are saying like a uniqueness of our university, and we have rich experience in this process.
Thank you, ma'am. Professor Swati can discuss something.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Monica, sir, can you highlight about BTech in Electrical Electronics Engineering?
You're talking about the course offer something?
Yeah, subjects related.
Okay. So I can start the brief about electrical and electronics engineering. In that, first I will talk about electrical engineering. Electrical engineering starts with power. So power, how to generate power, it starts from there. So power generation, which includes two types of power. One is conventional energy or conventional power. The other one is non-conventional power. Conventional power means hydro, thermo, and tidal power plants. Non-conventional means wind, solar, tidal, wave energy, something like that. So we are teaching all these things in the third year and second year, third year onwards. And the power generation next is transferred to transmission and distribution system. After that, it is going to consumer end. So the consumers are different: commercial, industrial, residential, and hospitals. But all these consumers are using different types of drives, which may be AC drives and DC drives, which requires power electronics, converters, all these things. So we are covering the entire thing in the 4-year duration. When we are talking about the transmission distribution, we have different devices, particularly transformers, transmission lines, so switch gears and protections, relay scheme, all these things. When it comes to power generation, the type of machines what we are using is coming under synchronous generator and induction generator, something like that. So this synchronous generator is related to conventional power generation. Induction generation is related to non-conventional power generation. So why I am specifically talking about electrical machines? The electrical machines and the transmission distribution system with the consumer, all are automated using control and automation system. So the students have to learn about automation. So we are teaching PLC, program logic control, and SCADA system. SCADA means supervisory control and data acquisition system. So all these things are taught. Nowadays, the latest trend is related to electric vehicle. So the power electronics course, whatever they are learning, the application of power electronics is to control the electrical motors, which is used in EV. So all these things are covered in the entire BTech Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Could you also highlight about how the students can upgrade their knowledge in EV and electrical machines?
The research trend in EV now is design and development of electric motors and simulation practices for motor design, manufacturing practices and challenges in electromagnetic design and development, implementation of electric drives using advanced simulation. For all these things, we are using a separate software which is based on computational tool. For example, ANSYS, Maxwell, COMSOL, something like that. So that student can design the motor as per the requirement of the industry. So what are the machines we are going to consider? If you are specific about that, then I can say DC machines and AC machines. DC machines and AC machines both are included with the generator as well as motor. Then controller for electric drives. So these controllers are basically from power electronics background. After that, special machines. This is the important topic. The special machines are combination of AC and DC machines. For example, is brushless DC motor. Nowadays, it is used in almost every aspect, including EV, even ceiling fan. They are using BLDC now. Micro air vehicle. That drive is used with BLDC. So applications are more. That's why the special machines getting attracted now. Apart from that, a switch reluctance motor, which is used for metro traction purpose and other things. Apart from that, permanent magnet synchronous machine, this is used for again electric vehicle applications and so on. So there is no limitation for machine side, and our own machine also can be designed using this software what I specified, because we are running BTech, MTech as well as PhD courses. So the students are involved in designing all the aspects. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. As you know, ma'am, the assessment methodology is very important for any university.
Yes, sir.
So, could you brief about the assessment methods and its uniqueness at our university?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's a good question. So we have to specifically mention about our assessment scheme. We have two components. One is called continuous evaluation, which is an internal component. So from the start of the class, like students will be given the syllabus, and then you will be given assignments. So the uniqueness of the assignment is we set assignment irrespective of the discipline. It is completely based on industry problem. So our faculty members have rich experience both in academia and industry. They will set the assignment and they'll provide to the students, which is completely hands-on related, and it could be code-based also in some of the cases. Either it will be simulation or hardware, and that will be part of the internal assessment. So apart from the written exam, they have the assignment component. And then recently our Honorable Vice Chancellor has insisted the faculty members should include frequent quiz, probably once in 10 days or once in 2 weeks continuously, so that the students would be able to keep their knowledge abreast, and they would be continuously being monitored, and it will be part of the internal assessment. And with respect to the semester end examination, the students who are qualified in the CE component will be permitted to write the semester end examination, which is a written examination. In some of the courses, if the written examination is not there, in lieu of that, some courses similar to innovation and entrepreneurship, which is a motivation for the students to take up a startup job. In that cases, we completely assess based on the presentation mode. So we give complete freedom to the students based on the curriculum. It's not only the written examination, we have even presentation, and we assess them through the presentation. Here I would like to mention even about the internship. So the upcoming batch 2023, whoever is joining, NEP 2020 will be implemented, and there we have 3 internship, which is very, very unique and which is going to be advantageous for their career opportunity. So internship 1 will be after their first year, internship 2 will be after the second year, and internship 3 will be after their third year. And apart from that, the final year is completely of their mini project with few subjects in the 7th semester, and 8th semester is completely a project. So this gives the opportunity for the students to go and work in the industry where they got placed, or we provide, as a university, we have MOU with L&T, ABB with respect to electrical domain I'm talking about. So we'll be sending the students to various organizations starting from their third year onwards. Now with this new batch, you will have an exposure to industry from the beginning, from the end of first year itself, which is going to be a really enriching knowledge for the students to take up your career opportunity in future. With this, I say this is the salient or uniqueness. We have the flexibility of curriculum formation with respect to our university. Yeah.
Along with that, ma'am, now these days, jobs and skill upgradation, they measure the issues that students take. So could you also highlight what are the job and skill upgradations opportunity they have, especially for the communications and biomedical domain?
Yeah. With respect to the communication domain, our students are getting placed in AT&T, Verizon, Qualcomm, Nokia, Samsung, IBM, Broadcom, Nvidia, and several such national and international repute companies. And with respect to the biomedical engineering, I would say like students can go for R&D opportunity or services, or application engineer, sales engineer, and hospital engineer. Meanwhile, I would like to welcome our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Govinda Kadambi, to this webinar session. Thank you, sir, for joining.
Please continue.
Yeah, I request Professor.
No, please continue. I was okay.
So I would proudly introduce our Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean of RTC Campus, Ramaiah Technology Campus. He is a recipient of Award for Excellence, being as a PI, Principal Investigator, in a project funded by DRDO, Life Science and Research Board, and he has received his award in DRDO Academia Conclave last month. So we would be very happy to have you with us in the webinar, sir. May I request you to brief about our university and the legacy of Ramaiah, please?
Good morning to you all, dear colleagues. It's my great pleasure to be here in this seminar along with my colleagues. Just to tell briefly about the university as a whole, I would say the University of Applied Sciences was incepted in the year 2013, and the formal inauguration of the operational aspects of the university did commence in March of 2014. The name that Applied Sciences itself is a clear and a distinguishing feature of what the philosophy of the university is. From the beginning, our intention is to see that the orientation of the education and the quality of the education should be applied in nature, so that the students really will benefit from the knowledge that what they gain, and it is our intention that the knowledge that they gain should be translated to skill. So, appropriate combination of knowledge and skill will make the student a complete student. That is the intention with which the sponsoring body, namely Gokula Education Foundation Medical, did create this University of Applied Sciences. So, in the year 2014 itself, when the concept of outcome-based education, which was not at all heard in India, actually the University of Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences was one of the pioneering institutions in India, which did inculcate this aspect actually. In the inception year itself, all our programs, including the pharmacy, dental, and even the hotel management courses, they were also under the purview of outcome-based education. What is the purpose of this outcome-based education is, in any aspect, whether it is a management, whether it is a pharmacy or a hotel management or engineering, the curriculum should have what we call as a 4 important ingredients. That means it should have every subject what we teach or every course what the student undergoes. It should have 4 components, namely knowledge and understanding, cognitive skill, problem solving skill, and the transferable skill. This is essentially what the 4 pillars of learning. And for each and every course that the university did propose under various programs, all these components were adequately represented, and the students were evaluated based on these 4 attributes. So to that extent, I should say the curriculum will not only be theoretical, it will have a component of analysis and design, experiment, as well as synthesis or practical aspect wherever is possible. And to complement these the 4 ingredients, the university's curriculum or the university structure of the education was, we have to face or we have to give equal emphasis on the continuous assessment. When we say continuous assessment, we say it is a submission of assignment and a series of what we call a term test. Most of you are aware, tests are conducted even routinely in many colleges. So when the concept of this assignment came, we had the opportunity to enlighten the students. What is the difference between a task given as a homework versus the assignment? In most of the assignments, actually the students have to spend considerable amount of time either in the library or the information gathering. The assignment is not like what normally you find in a textbook as the examples to be solved actually. So that concept of what we call as a experiential learning, or I should say, you have to gather information pertinent to the problem solving. So that we were convinced that this is the way in which the professional education should be taught, and this is how the professional education should be put forward actually. So we are continuing with the same concept. Actually, all the courses have the components of assignment, and they also have got the regular term test. In addition, you can see all the program structures have provision for what we call as a internship, multiple internship, varying from 6 weeks to 6 months. And we also encourage our faculty members to take the student to industrial visit wherever possible, sometimes outside the Bangalore, sometimes within the Bangalore. Apart from that, we also have what we call as a continuous education program. What we mean by continuous education program is through a Directorate of Training and Lifelong Learning, and also in association with the academic departments and research division, the university sponsors or arranges a series of workshop or seminar, sometimes conference, where people from diversified proficiency and background, they will be the keynote speakers, they will be the expert lecturers, etc. So on an average, I should say at least once in a month, there will be a seminar or a conference in the university, and we encourage the students to be part of it. Actually, in fact, so that they also get the exposure and the experience by listening to the people who have got a tremendous industry or academic experience. And we also have good collaboration with the various universities abroad, and professors from various universities who do visit us and on a regular basis. And we also arrange expert lecture or guest lectures so that students are immensely benefited from the orientation or the perspectives of education in abroad. So these are all some of the I should say academic initiatives. Apart from these academic initiatives, our university also has got two more entities, namely the Ramaiah Technology Business Incubator as well as Techno Center Engineering. And what are these the entities? Techno Center Engineering is an industrial consultancy wing of the university, where the center undertakes a lot of projects from industries as well as from Government of India and public sector undertaking belonging to the various domains. And we encourage students to visit this, and a couple of students are pursuing their BTech and MTech projects in Techno Center Engineering, which really involves good simulation, design and experimentation. And in Ramaiah Technology Business Incubator, now we have the startups or incubatees, very young to, I should say, somewhat middle-aged people. The students can visit such incubatees, they can interact with it. And last time, about 50 opportunities of internship were available to our students. Obviously, now it is not a compulsion. Those who are desirous of taking such a internship with these incubatees, you are welcome. And many of our students, who are earlier internship, they have become the associates of the incubatees. So, in a sense, our university offers an environment or a holistic environment where now there will be academic learning like any conventional university. There will be industry orientation and research orientation, because many of our faculty members are very closely associated with many of the sponsored research, and we have got the incubate environment. We strongly urge our students also to become incubatees, and then we have the industry orientation through industrial concerns with Techno Center. So I feel that Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences has an ambience which mostly many of the universities may not have actually. So it is up to the students who join us to harness these potentials. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for giving a complete overall view about our uniqueness of our Ramaiah University. At this juncture, I would request audience to post your queries in the chat box. Process, you can take some questions before moving ahead in the discussion.
Yeah, ma'am. We have few questions. One question is, could you brief about the admission process and when is the last date?
Yeah, in this regard, when you visit our website www.msrus.ac.in, you could see a button which is apply now, and you can instantaneously apply, fill your details, and you will be prompted to take an option to take an online test or RUSAT, Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences admission test. And after taking up that, within 24 hours, you'll get a notification whether you have been selected for the shortlisted for the chosen course, or otherwise you may be notified with respect to the waiting list. So that's the procedure. And apart from that, here I would like Professor Swati to mention about the email ID and the phone number for further contacts if you have any queries. You can read that, please.
For admission inquiry, you should contact the Office of Admissions. The contact number is 801 000 4444.
Repeat once.
You repeat.
I repeat 801 000 4444. And you can also email at admissions23@msruas.ac.in. I'll also put up in the chat box.
Thank you, Professor Swati.
So further questions will be answered during the session later.
We can go ahead. Probably, like we can go ahead in between. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do we get the application form?
No, it's available online. So the application procedure is completely online. So you will get the complete information once you start applying through online. And suppose you have any queries or related to the assistance record with respect to the admission department, so you can come to Jnana Gangotri campus, which is adjacent to Ramaiah Medical College, and there is a separate admission office situated in Heritage Building. There you could go and contact the admission team. They will assist you in case of any discrepancy or doubts you have related to that. You are free to visit our university in person.
They want to visit the facility in the campus, then they have to visit opinion.
Yeah.
That also.
Yeah.
There's one more question. Is there a cutoff for the entrance test?
No, the merit list will be prepared by the admission team, and based on the number of vacancies available and based on your cutoff mark, you will be given in admission, or otherwise you will be providing choices. So in case if you are joining EEE and you would like to change over to EC also, based on your first year marks, you will be given an opportunity to take a change of branch. That is available. Probably Professor Kadami can also throw some light on this.
That is, the change of branch is available, but it has to meet certain kind of criteria. First is, I think, the 5% or 10% of the intake is what, and subsequently there should also be vacancies. So the change of branch is only subject to that available vacancy. Of course, even the change of branch is also only restricted to 5 to 10% of the intake. So it's not that the entire branch can be transferred to a different branch. So there are certain guidelines, but again, it depends upon the overall performance of the student in the first year, and there should not be any backlogs. And there is also, I think, CGPA restriction is also there, and also it is subject to availability of vacancies in the branch where the student is trying to change over. So
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ma'am, there's one more question regarding lateral entry admissions.
Again, now this lateral entry admission is available for the students who have completed the 3 years diploma program recognized by the Karnataka technical education, actually subject to that. Again, now the lateral entry is also I think the rules says that in addition to the intake of that particular branch, one can have up to 10%. I think 10% limit is what we have. Then there are 2 routes, obviously. Now, if you are seeking admission through CET, common entrance test, then you have to come through the Karnataka Education Authority. Okay. Again, the restriction is over and above the intake 10%, and also if there are seats already available which have become, I should say, unfilled in the last year, even those number of seats also can be converted as a lateral entry. But again, the pass percentage, like that, whatever is stipulated for +2, like minimum of 45% in the PCM, etc. I think the same restriction will be there. To become eligible, one should have that aggregate of 45% in the qualifying exam. And you will be, if selected either by the university or by the Karnataka Education Authority, you will be admitted directly to third semester. But in addition to the courses from third semester to 8 semesters, you have to also undergo certain extra credits. I think there's two papers of mathematics which the students will not have studied as a part of the first year, and also some of the courses which are covered in the first year, like environment science or I should say what we in our university we call as the ability enhancement courses actually. So I think about 14 credits will be extra in addition to the credits from third semester to 8th semester.
Thank you so much, sir, for providing the insight. Yeah, ma'am, please go ahead with.
Two more questions. Is there any career opportunities, career options for product design from ECE?
No, from ECE, we do not.
Product design means development of the product. Okay.
Project
Yeah.
phase is there.
Yeah, as we mentioned in the beginning, like the students can actually go for a hardware development. Obviously, you have an option from the first year itself. You will be encouraged to do as a prototype model development. I think that's what the question meant actually.
Yeah, madam, I think a few infrastructure availability you can talk about beside that.
Yeah, we have the state-of-art laboratories, both in EC and electrical, and we provide even the aesthetic view also can be provided by Faculty of Art and Design. So we have, it's a comprehensive university as I mentioned earlier, so you have several faculty where you can freely interact with other department faculty members to develop a prototype if it is an interdisciplinary.
In addition to that, apart from that, we have a separate institutional innovation council, and we urge the students to be part of many of the design competition and hackathons. And also, our sister institution, Ramaiah Institute of Technology, has got a separate, incubating, or I should say, entrepreneurs called Ramaiah Evaluate actually. So there, students' prospective ideas, if it can be taken to the prototype level or commercial visibility, the funding is available. And our university also supports the student to actively or proactively take part in design competition and hackathons. If within the theme of that hackathon or the design competition, the students can develop a subsystem or systems, definitely that we will encourage. Last year, I think 4 students were funded to go to IIT Kanpur because they were the winners of the competitions as a part of SERB and Indian National Academy of Engineers, that design competition. So last year, there were 3 prizes under that category, and our university did win 2 actually. The second and third prizes were won by our colleagues and our students. So in nutshell, actually, students will be encouraged to take part in design competitions, hackathons, and any initiatives where student can come out with ideation to the development of a prototype. Surely, our university will encourage.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. At this juncture, I would like you to explain about the Ramaiah SAT also, where the students were part of the project.
See here now, as our university did undertake this Ramaiah satellite. So this was under 2 auspicious, I should say, occasion. One was that is last year. It was the first centenary celebration of the founder chairman of Gokul Education Foundation, Dr. M.S. Ramaiah. So we are celebrating his birth centenary for a year from April to this April. And also it did coincide with India's 75th independence, that is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So under this auspicion, actually, Indian Technology Congress Association did approach our university whether our university will become a part of what you call launching of 75 satellites, which was encouraged by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, so that 75 student satellites will be launched to mark the 75 years of independence. So our university also became a signatory to this 75 satellite projects. So under the mentorship of Dr. A. Shivan Pillai, who is also a very famous scientist both in DRDO and also in ISRO, we undertook a student satellite project in collaboration with the Indian Technology Congress Association. About 75 students from our university and about 75 students from Ramaiah Institute of Technology, they expressed their interest to be part of this Indian that is student satellite. And we did conduct about 12 sessions, right from the concept of what the satellite means and various subsystems of satellite and the preliminary design review of that in association with ITCA, that is Indian Technology Congress Association. And obviously now that is any satellite also should have a supporting system at the ground, so that now that when the launch takes place, one can watch the launch and one can also see the trajectory, and also one can also get the signal from the satellite in anticipation of this launch. Recently, our university did commission the ground control station of Ramaiah Sat, and it was formally inaugurated on 7th of this month, only 3 days earlier, coinciding with the National Technology Day of 2023. And now that the students can see many of the satellites, not the NOAA series satellite, when the satellite passes through the area, and available time is there when the satellite is passing through this area, and one can really see, like radar screen, a spot where the satellite is entering and in which path or which orbit. Of course, we cannot see the orbit, but we can see the distance is changing as a function of time, like a radar screen. And we are also trying to encourage our students to download this data from which we got from some of the satellite series that NOAA's 15 and 18. So it is a good experience to really look at. It's not that what we see in picture or we see in I should say TV when a satellite launch takes place actually. So it is a good opportunity for us to have a real experience actually, what a typical ground station, ground control station works, and how you can really look at the data that is received or sent by the satellite, and then definitely one can have a realistic and I should say the practical experience of processing the satellite data transmitted by the active satellite in sky, and how those can be received and processed.
Thank you, sir.
And students, right from first year to final year are eligible to become part of the satellite project. And there is also a provision that now once you are interested, there is also a possibility to get a certification in satellite communication. And if you go through a prescribed number of sessions, and if you qualify in the entrance test, again, there is a coordination between Ramaiah University and ITCA. So we are expecting the first batch of students to be enrolled for the satellite communication project.
Thank you, sir. First one, any further questions?
Is there any scholarship for students?
Yeah, we have merit scholarship for the students based on the marks which you get in PU. You will be prompted to get some scholarship. Further details can be availed through the admission stream by making a phone call to the admission division.
Meanwhile, can I ask Professor Mani Basan to highlight the career growth and opportunity? Means a lot of placement issues related questions will be there.
Okay. So there are approximately 300 plus companies visited RES campus for the placement. The average salary the students got is 5 lakhs per annum minimum, to highest packages of more than 20 lakhs per annum. Even EEE and EC students, they can compete with the computer science. There is no discrepancy in that. So they are eligible for attending interview along with the computer science
Computer science students.
students also. Then career opportunity, if you are seeing, there are various opportunities. This is a general I am seeing, not a in point of placement. I can say government jobs in state level and central level, then private sector jobs, then GATE exam. Nowadays, GATE exam score is mandatory for some companies. For example, IOCL, Power Grid Corporation, JL, DRDO, NPCL, NMDC. There are a list of companies. They are taking students based on the GATE score only. Apart from that, they can go for post-graduation studies. There are various courses, power system, power electronics, control system. Not only electrical domain, electrical engineering students can take computer science course also in our university or outside. Both are encouraged. Apart from that, in central level, we have regularly, there are exams, the student can get the opportunity through UPSC, it means IES exam, electrical or electronics or any engineering branch, they can go for that. Apart from that, particularly electrical students, they can placed in Power Grid Corporation, National Thermal Power Corporation, National Hydro Power Corporation, and so on. There are a big list. I'm not able to read.
Yes,
ISRO,
thank you, thank you. So,
ISRO, HAL.
In line, thank you, sir. In line with that,
no, probably we might take few more
few
questions.
questions from-
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
There is one student called Harsh Pujari. He has completed his diploma from Maharashtra. So whether he can take admission in our university is what his question is.
Yeah, this is under the lateral
That-
entry. Yeah, under, obviously,
not,
under lateral
not
entry.
DCET, they are not allowing, but he can come and meet our admission team.
Mission different.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You can, the candidate can get in touch with the admission team. You have an entrance exam for that. They'll guide you through. So as we posted, like, we have mentioned about the contact numbers, so you can talk to them, they'll guide you about the admission process.
There is one more question about career options for EC. What are the career options for?
Whatever I read, it is applicable for EC and EE, because
Yeah.
the companies, they are not distinguishing there. The courses also, I can say, first 2 years, it is common between electrical and electronics or electronics and communication. From third year onwards, it differs based on the power or communication engineering.
even software domain is also open.
Yeah.
When we talk about communication engineering, I should say the broad categories under which a student can pursue his or her career or job placement. We can say, are you interested in semiconductor technology? Of course, there you'll have that's like Intel,
Yeah.
AMD, and other things. Are you interested in a signal processing aspect? Then most of these companies actually, in fact, they do require signal processing. Are you interested in, I should say, conventional communication engineering? Then you can take up the issues which are doing with communication network. That means, then are you interested in RF and microwaves or radar technology? Again, there are companies. So no matter whether the company is basically an MNC towards the development. So these aspects will always be there: communication engineering, signal processing engineering, RF and microwave, IC design, or what you call basically semiconductor physics. So these are the I should say broad subcategories under ECE, under which student can develop interest and proficiency. So depending upon which one of them, I am sure the digital signal processing, communication technology, not only they are of interest to the government sector, I am sure that will be of lot of interest to TCS, also what you call Tata Elxsi, and many other private organizations. Apart from that, what is more important is also digital image processing actually. So that is also very good opportunity there. So earlier, this sector of communication was predominantly towards the government, but I should say last 25 years, all private industries are also pursuing a lot of projects from abroad. So any of these domains, definitely they will be looking for if you have proficiency.
In line with that, sir, I would like to add about VLSI also.
Yes.
Recently, Government of India has encouraging basically semiconductor industry, and from at RUAS also we have a lot of lab facility to support this VLSI industry.
And the faculty members are proficient to teach.
Yeah, VLSI courses.
Courses.
Yeah.
And the people are looking for now that 5G and beyond. And Wi-Fi 7 is what, in fact, many of the companies in Canada and USA are working. Definitely, no, there are plenty of opportunities for the student to pursue their, I should say, easy domain, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Any further questions, madam?
No. We have one question related to internship. Is there any industrial collaboration at our university?
Yes, last year we made L&T business solution. We signed MOU with L&T. So the students are already participating in that, even EC and EEE, both together. They are in 6 semesters, I think, they completed. Now, fresh batch, they are applying for that.
Yeah.
They are giving opportunity for them, I think,
Yeah.
for the placement also. Apart from that, we have UCAM. This is a company. It is located near to our campus only. Then Farmsati, avionics. This avionics, what sir told, it is related to that. Imvega, there is a company. It is developed under our MTBA. The students are studied under us in electrical branch, MTech Sensors and Controls Engineering. They started a company. They are developing a model. So they are with us. They are providing opportunity for our students. It is like that. Apart from that, did you come? And then ABB. ABB, we are associated with them from 2015 onwards. We completed 3 MTech projects for them. Recently, last year also, we completed 1 MTech projects for them, particularly for MTech students. They are giving stipend also per month, 20,000 they are getting. So these are the things.
So HCL also we are collaborating, HCL.
Yes. And here I would like to add one more feature about this IEEE. Even students can do projects through IEEE. It's an organization where we'll encourage EC, electronic students and electrical students. So between universities also students are permitted to take up some internships. So apart from the companies whichever we mentioned, so they can take some, between universities also it is permitted. Yeah, yeah.
One more point I want to add in the electrical branch. So far, 3 students, they started their own company. They are doing well.
Startups, yeah.
Startups.
Yeah, the ambience
Picking
in
up.
Ramaiah University.
Yeah, provides that.
As Professor Kadambi mentioned, so we have the entire ambience and the faculty members also motivated towards that. And in fact, like our university encourages faculty members to take up their sabbatical so that they can enrich their knowledge. So continuously, we are also learning, and that's how the ambience allows a very good startup related and internship oriented opportunities at our university. Okay, it's a continuous learning process.
And apart from that, one general questions which comes to the student mind about the accommodation.
Yeah. So we have hostel facility in RTC campus. So both for boys and girls, there is separate hostel facility available. You can reach out to the admission department for further queries, and you can have a visit as well. Thank you.
There is one question in the query box.
Yeah.
Saying that, if the lateral student is joining our university, the fee structure is same as the first year or the lateral entry is different?
No, same.
It is same. It's the same. Fee structure is same. Yeah. Only difference they are coming from third semester onwards. It's same. Yeah.
They have to do additional course themselves.
Yeah. Only the courses they have to do instead of the first year.
Because they are missing first year mathematics. That's why additional mathematics.
So mathematics and also ability enhancement.
Ability enhancement courses. Yeah. So our faculty members, you can in fact visit the department and have a chat with the HOD and Dean also and admission team. They will assist you for further queries. Do you have any further
questions?
questions? Okay. Thank you, Madam Swati. And I would request Professor Kadambi to wind up this session. And I really thank all my panel members, and I would request Professor Kadambi to wind up
Okay,
this session.
thank you, Dr. Malti. Hope this session was informative from student perspective, and I urge the student to propagate the points that what you have discussed to their friends or classmates or relatives, as the case may be. And you can visit our website to seek any further additional information. And students are welcome to visit us in either Pinya campus or in Mangotir campus. Definitely, we can facilitate a tour around the campus to get a better appreciation of what we stand for. I'm sure definitely that is with the profound experience what our university had during the last 25 years with the diversified experience of faculty members having experience both in industry, academia, and many of the faculties with, I should say, abroad experience. I'm sure now that students will be benefited by their association with our university. I should say opportunities are plenty. Again, it depends upon the interest and the proactiveness of the student to harness the many of the initiatives and avenues. And we will be pleased to answer any questions or to clarify any doubts in future. And we urge the students to give the choice of opting to pursue their studies in Ramaiah Institute of Applied Sciences. Again, I thank all my colleagues for their proactive interaction and for having taken time, and also our Ms. Renuka, that is who is in charge of marketing and publicity, and other colleagues from the Department of Admission and Marketing.
Thank you. Once again, with the note of the contact details, we'll wind up this webinar session. Thank you all. Ms. Swati?
For admission inquiry, contact number is 801-000-4444, and the email ID is admissions23@msruas.ac.in.
Once more, repeat slowly. Let's better.
The contact number is 801-000-4444, and the email ID is admissions23@msruas.ac.in.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.